Welcome in, Bourbonites. We've got a special episode of John Bourbon's Weekly Creator News. I have some special folks in the green room standing by for this fantabulous episode of the YouTube Creator News. You've seen the advertisements. You've heard what's coming up. Look at Johnny's face. I didn't even have time to shave. I've been kicking the hedgerows and the highways trying to find out how to get a hold of these two. The power couple of YouTube, Meg and Paul. Now, I'm sure that a number of you have a lot of questions for Meg and Paul, and that's fine. Just drop those questions into the comment area, and we'll try to get around to them. Johnny's got a lot of questions for them as well. I hope you like the new setup. The Moonlight Adventure Studios is coming right along. They gave me a real newsroom. Wow, check it out. Just throwing it in the face of the Firebirds. Yeah. So before we get going here, I just wanted to talk about a few milestones and some things that are coming up this week that are awesome. So, first things first, Nana's hit an apron, hit 1,000. Fantastic job. Also, Lovey's hit 4,000. I know there's more out there that have hit some fantastic goals, and if I'm missing you, I apologize. But also tonight, following us, please make sure that you go over and you watch SCT Adventures. Also, if you haven't signed up and you haven't booked yet to go on the booze cruise, you should do so, because guess what? I have been invited onto the booze cruise to be the on-scene reporter. Hey! John Bourbon live in the flesh from the high seas. Yes, you heard it first here. Johnny going cruising. Oh, yeah. A lot of bourbon and rich mahogany. Oh, yeah, that's what you're going to be smelling, baby. So, next, we also, on Saturday, a lot of creators are coming together. Griswold Family Vacay is doing a great thing for the children around the world. Make sure that they get Christmas. Go on over there, check that out, and make sure that we help those kids out, because every kid deserves to have a Christmas. Also, those that are in the chat, I'd like to say hi to you guys. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. I see SCT Adventures, James Cantonese, House of X Entertainment, Tony G. I've been told he was born 1975, not 74, not 76, right down the middle in 75. We've got Blaine from Rayleigh Creative Travel. We also have The Journey Awaits. Kelly and Tammy's Journey in the house. Oh, and that jabroni captain, Billy J. Travels, is in the house as well. We've got Eddie Lugo Studios. We've also got Travel Adventures with Eric B., Michigan Carol S., Scott Smith, Najuma Brown. Who else do we have here? We've also got, come on, Mr. Z from Z Show Cruise Fun. The Clocks, Michael Clock and his family. Welcome in. And here's Meg, dropping it like it's hot. Booze Cruise Facebook group page. Go on over there, check it out. Go see your favorite TA and go selling with Johnny Bourbon. Yeah. All right, guys, let's see. Let me make sure I'm not... Oh, there's Tanisha. Welcome in, Tanisha, from Leonard Family Fun. We've got Danny D, the super supporter. Welcome in. The man, the myth, the legend, the Ford Man, also known as Kenneth Oakes. Welcome in, friend. Good to see you. Spaceman Dudley, welcome in. Great to have you. Michael and Spoiled Mama, Kathy Mills. The hits just keep coming, guys. Who else? Oh, we have the beautiful Miss Chastity from the Moonlight Adventures. She's also going on the booze cruise, guys. You get to see her in a bikini. Oh, yeah. We've got Wee Mike. Welcome in, sir. Good to have you. Troy S. That is Sir Josh's airborne brother. Welcome in, sir. Airborne all the way. Another thing I'd like to mention is Josh and Chastity. They're working very hard. They have a huge goal of hitting 1,000 subscribers by New Year's Eve. If you haven't done so yet, or if your neighbor or your in-laws or your parents' parents, or anybody you can think of hasn't subscribed, go on over there and make sure that they subscribe to the Moonlight Adventures. Like they always say, it doesn't cost you a dime, but it helps them out a ton. All right, who else do we have here? We've got Alina Tang. Welcome in. Good to have you here. And Will G in the house. Welcome in, welcome in. Now, we all know that Paul in his sexy voice drives a truck. And he likes to get on the mic, and Roger, what's your 20? We got a little old convoy across the USA. We gonna drive in a convoy across the USA. Convoy. Yeah, you know it. So he's convoying himself into a truck stop, trying to find somewhere to park so he can be safe during this interview. But he'll be here very soon. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring up the most wonderful goat of all mods, Miss Meg. Welcome to the show.
Hello, John.
Hello. Good to have you here, Meg. How are you?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're more than welcome. Brightening up the show. Good to be here. I mean, it's a whole lot better than Pegasus and them stupid Firebirds. Have you ever tried to do your vocal exercises before you get into the studio and you got to listen to that fool?
No, I wouldn't want to.
How'd you do it when you moderated for them, Meg? How'd you do it?
I had a couple beers. It helped.
Yeah, I drink a lot of bourbon when I'm here. A whole lot. Mr. Josh says that when I leave the studio, it smells like leather-bound books and rich mahogany and bourbon. I don't know what that's about.
I think that's a good smell, though.
It's an excellent smell. I actually bathe in it. Hey, there's Alice Lugo, the better half of Lugo Studios. And Ryan Donahue. Welcome in, sir. Welcome in. All right. So, Busby Adventures. They just keep coming in. Captain Billy J said he'd need a case of beers. You need more than that, sir. Troy S has a question. Did you call GW Stinky Bird? I've called him more than Stinky Bird. I've got a few names for him, and if he wants to go to fisticuffs, he's more than welcome to take it outside. I'll give him a Stinky Bird. I'm not going to show it on here, though. It's a family show.
Yeah, we got to keep it PG here.
Hello, Cruise Nuts. Welcome in. All right, so I'll go ahead and start with a few questions here while we're waiting on Paul. I have a ton of them. In the Moonlight Mafia and the Bourbonites, they have a ton of things that they want to ask you, I'm sure. But you two are known as the YouTube power couple. I didn't know if you knew that or not, but you are. You are the power couple of YouTube. You look far and wide over the virtual universe, and there are none that does not know the names of Meg and Paul's sexy voice. That's true. That's written down somewhere. Take a little note to remind you in case you didn't know.
Okay.
Oh.
Did you write it down?
Same thing. Okay. So with that said, how does it feel? And I'll ask Paul the same question when he comes up, but how does it feel to be known as the YouTube power couple? How does that feel, Meg?
I'm flattered.
Wow.
I think there are plenty of other people that can be known as that in the YouTube community. So
no, only one. There can be only one.
Well, then
I think by popular vote, it's you guys.
Well, that's very kind.
Put a one in the chat if you agree. Put a one in the chat. I mean, some would say Gunnar Wayne and Peggy Sue. Not me. I said some. When I say some would say, I mean very few. Very few. Look at all the ones coming in. A whole lot of ones.
So GW would definitely say that it's them.
Well, Gunnar Wayne can only count to one. So there's that. Oh, and here, low blow from Mr. Billy J. That's why that J in the middle is Jabroni. Captain Billy Jabroni Travels.
I'm not surprised by this at all.
Look who else we have here. We have 2 A's to the Ron Smith.
Hey,
Welcome in,
Ron.
Aaron Smith. Good to have you. But yeah, I mean, I see you getting a little red in the face over there. I mean, Paul's a sexy guy, and you are the goat of all mods. It's a powerful combo that you guys have there. So moving on a little bit, I got another question for you here. And how hard is it when you're out on those sandy beaches, excursioning with all the beautiful people, and Paul starts to emote and speak with the voice that can melt the polar ice caps? How do you keep the women off of him? Do you have to beat them off with a stick?
I have
All
some
those
good
single
looks.
people out there, they just want a piece of Paul. Women want to be with him. Men want to be like him. How do you deal with it?
A lot of glares and can you please stop talking?
That's right. That's right. It's a mating call. I'll tell you what. He's attractive.
I would say so myself, for sure.
The voice is like butter. I wish I had a little bit of that voice. I might get some more offers to do something other than YouTube news. I like this, but the pay's not great. Every once in a while, they give me a ham and cheese sandwich.
Well, that's good. I like
We
your
got
voice,
all
John.
that fluff and stuff in here, all the way from the Wit Sundays, Queensland, Australia. Good eye, mate. John Bourbon, he's bad and worldwide. What else we got in here? Little GW's kind of creeped in there. We've got Rayleigh Creative Travel. He says that Paul's voice gives him chill bumps. I'll tell you what, tomorrow night, the World Wrestling Vlog, they're going to be doing a fantasy booking of a wrestling promotion. And I'll tell you, if Paul Sexy Vines is not on the commentating crew, there's a problem. There is a problem. Tanisha says she's weak from laughing so hard. This is a serious bit of commentary we're doing here. What are you laughing about, Tanisha? All right, let's move on. Meg, when Paul was trying to get you, when he was putting the moves on you, how much of a part did Paul's sexy voice play in him winning your hand in courtship?
I'm going to have to say none at all.
Oh.
But, we'd been friends for a long time already, so I was used to his voice.
Fringe benefits. I know you like it when you pick that phone up and you say, "Hello, Miss Meg."
It is comforting, for sure.
Never a minute too late, here to defend himself. Paul in the house.
Oh, Lord.
Here he is.
Evening. Good evening.
There's that voice. Gives me cold chills.
Gosh.
Sir Troy S., he says, I touched Paul's exhaust system in Miami. It didn't faze him much until he found out it was me. Ah!
Lord help us all.
Is that an innuendo?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh,
Yeah, my thoughts exactly.
well,
Sorry about being late. I'm
I'm pretty upset about it. This is a national news station. We are even touching people in the Whit Sundays in Australia. But you know what, Paul? You came on, you buttered us up with that sexy voice you got, and it's okay. It's okay.
Is there not a Mrs. Bourbon?
I'm not at liberty to talk about that.
I think we need to find you a Mrs. Bourbon.
Only one? That's the problem.
Well, I guess if you move to Utah, you can have multiple ones.
I got to keep them separated. It's like that song. Got to keep them separated. Yeah. All right. Wee Mike. Who's Meg and Paul? That is a good question. And if you don't know, maybe you've been sleeping under a rock, because they are the super couple of YouTube. And Paul,
where does that come from?
How do you feel about that? How do you feel about being named the super couple of YouTube?
Honestly, I had no clue that we were. I could understand, Miss Meg's fandom there, her following, because she is the greatest moderator on the planet, of course. But I guess I'm guilty by association.
I'm going to tell you after this, Paul, because we are worldwide at this point. You're going to have them coming from all aspects, and Meg's going to have her hands full.
Oh, okay.
Women want to be with you, and men want to be just like you. And I, John Bourbon, happen to be one of those men. Don't know how to take that, do you? All right.
Yeah, I just pretended it wasn't said. Just
Billy, there's so many women that want to be with John Bourbon. So many. I got a little secret for you, though.
Well, there you go, Blaine, but you can't really see me because it's kind of dark down here.
John has a crush on Peggy Sue.
Uh-oh.
Well, she's a sexy woman.
Has some nice hair.
She's a sexy woman. Very sexy.
She was pretty good
right
at
up old Johnny Bourbon's alley. Blaine, speak it to existence, and it shall be so. All right, let's see here. What else we got?
I mean, don't you think Pegasus could have done a little bit better than GW?
Exactly. The problem is she's done been tainted by him.
Oh.
I don't know if there's any going back from that. Me and old GW, we're going to have to fight.
That's tomorrow's podcast, right?
Barry Brain, welcome in. The fight?
GW versus John Bourbon.
Well, I'm going to have to get his fat butt to weigh in. So I'm not going to go in there undersized. I like to stay lean and mean. Okay. Paul.
Yes, sir.
I've noticed that you've dipped your big toe into the moderator pool since you've got to know Meg. How has your relationship with the greatest of all moderators made you better at being a moderator yourself?
Well, she really pushed me to, actually take the role seriously, like especially if I'm in chat and she's up on panel. And don't let her fool you. She's sweet and all that, but behind the scenes, she can get a little rough with the critiquing. Just saying. And
what makes her great?
So it is. She's not scared to crack the whip on me and explain to me where I went wrong and how I can do a better job and should do a better job.
I watched the replay of Gunnar Wayne and Pegasus when they did their live stream, and I did see a little bit of that side of Meg come out.
Yeah, she is a very sweet woman, but she can be rough when she wants to be, or as she says, needs to be.
There's a need and time for everything.
Wee Wee Mike's got a question here. He wants to know, has Meg ever whacked Paul with the wrench?
No, haven't needed to yet, at least.
Aaron Smith wants to know, what kind of stipulations will we have on the John Bourbon versus GW Firebird main event?
Ooh,
Paul, you want to book that one?
You're going to have to give me some time on that one. That would be a classic battle. You got to promote that properly. Make sure the booking's right. Probably be the last battle of them two, though. I don't see a return match out of that one. So it's going to be a free-for-all.
I want him in a Texas death match.
There you go. You can just whoop on him until he ain't nothing left to whoop on.
That's right. He acts like he's big and bad and that he used to wrestle. And then he tells all these half-truths about how his cousin and his uncle, and he's kin to the Rhodes family. I got news for him. I'm real bad, not fake bad.
Oh, I know that about you, Johnny Bourbon. GW finna find out. I tried to tell GW the other day, I said, look, man, don't let John Bourbon's, on screen role fool you. That guy's stronger than a glass of Tijuana tap water. So
amen.
I think I scared him a little bit.
Don't mistake my kindness for weakness.
Amen.
Yea,
Amen.
verily, it will disappoint and blow up in your face. All right, Michigan Carol. She says, if it was not Paul's sexy voice, what was it that attracted you to him? She's dying to know.
We have a lot of the same hobbies outside of YouTube. And
critiquing Paul. I'm just kidding.
And he's also very sweet and he cares a lot about other people. And if I go on, he's going to turn red and then he's going to be mad. So I'm not going to get too far into it, but we do have a lot of the same hobbies, and it's very nice to have a lot of the same hobbies with somebody that you get along with.
He's a big teddy bear. That's what he is.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Got another one here. Alice would like to know, how did you two guys meet? Star-crossed lovers.
Well, we just wound up at the same place. You mean like physically, or?
I think they mean the first time. How did you first interact? What led to what we know now as the super couple of YouTube? What was that first thing where Paul and Meg, it just went, that's my dude, that's my gal?
When she told me, hey, Mr. Paul, you're my boyfriend, and I said, well, oh, yeah, okay. Yes, ma'am.
I'll answer the question.
You
we met on YouTube.
Meg.
We met through YouTube. So.
Outstanding. Z-Man's got a question here. I'm trying to figure out what he means here. Maybe one of you guys know. Question, Meg, can we see the dark side live on camera?
I'm sorry, Z. I don't know about this dark side you speak of other than like Star Wars.
But, see, you don't want to see it. I'm telling you.
Don't let him fool you. I treat him well.
All right. What
it's
else
like watching Return to Mayberry. You don't want to see it.
So here's another question for you. And I'll start with Paul, because I think I know what his answer is going to be. Who's the best moderator?
Of us two?
Of course.
Oh, absolutely. Miss Meg, hands down. Though I will have to say I have learned some. Everything I do is from my phone. That's not a cop-out. It just is what it is. But I have learned some tricks of the trade that speed me up some, like when she's over on Mr. Griswold's panel and I'm taking care of Chad, I've gotten speedier at it. I'm still not nowhere as fast as she is, but you know, I could hold my own with a blind man in chat. Just saying.
Meg, who's the best moderator?
I'm gonna have to go with me, but I've been doing it a lot longer than him. So
it's very true. Very true. One quick second. Johnny forgot to plug in his computer.
and blame it on
Wait for
GW.
your whole setup to go down on us, guys. Johnny's been on the road trying to dig up hot leads. And I got the hottest of leads right here. I'm pretty sure that GW came down here and looked at this. Just saying.
He probably did.
Just saying. We're good.
Hilarious, Barry.
All right. Tanisha'd like to know, how long have you guys been dating so far?
Almost 6 months.
Captain Billy has another one. How was the first kiss?
I don't kiss and
Was
tell,
it 4th
Billy.
of July, Cinco de Mayo, or Memorial Day? That sounds like a newlywed game question.
Well, they're jabroni. Billy, stay out of grown folk business. Just saying.
Paul's the kind of guy that does not kiss and tell.
It was nice.
Very
It was one of
nice,
those
that part.
days.
Yes. So don't worry about it, Billy.
Scott's got one. He said he heard that these big ships are nice and smooth unless Paul and Meg get to rocking the boat. Is there any truth to this?
Scott can find out in March.
Rock the boat, don't rock the boat, baby. Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
You did say it's
mean,
grown,
but-
folks.
But just think, I mean, there's actually no way, technically, you know, legitimately, that two individuals could cause any effect on the movement of a ship that big in a big wide ocean. Just saying.
You could get carried away. Michigan Carol says, you better treat Paul well. She wouldn't want him wondering. I don't think there's any chance of that. However, when the ladies hear that voice, it's like a mating call.
Oh my gosh. Well, she doesn't have to worry about me wandering anywhere. She's the last one. So just saying.
I treat him well, I promise.
She does. She treats me better than I deserve. 100%.
Hello, Tommy. Welcome in. Eddie Lugo has a question. He says, Meg, how much are you having to drink right now?
I'm just having a glass of wine, Eddie, but thank you.
Of course, Mr. Bourbon is having a cup of bourbon.
I need to speak with Mr. Bourbon after this. I need to do a little promotion for Mr. Bourbon.
I pretty much self-promote because I am a mark for myself. Ha!
You've been hanging around Billy J too long.
In this business, you got to do it. Tanisha, she says, with Paul's voice, I think Aaliyah's Rock the Boat would be an appropriate song for these two. Concur.
In the world. No offense, and I'm just going to throw this out there.
Says they're both an awesome couple to meet in person.
Well, thank you, Kenny.
Okay.
But I don't understand this big hoopla about my voice. But, you know, thank y'all, I guess. I don't know.
Now, this question, I'm going to start with Miss Meg. Between you two, who's the best creator?
Paul.
Paul,
Miss
same
Meg.
question to you.
Absolutely, Miss Meg. All I do with my channel is throw stuff up against the wall and see if it sticks. I mean, she actually has these super duper relaxed, especially her walking videos. They're just the most relaxing little stroll. She always finds the perfect little song music to go with them, and she goes to some really cool places. And she has an eye for what to video and take pictures of really, really well. Me, not so much, but and her cooking videos are amazing as well.
I have a couple of those saved on my playlist. I have a couple of yours saved too, Paul. However, that's a lot like the cooking that I do, so I already know a lot of those recipes. Me and you could throw down in the kitchen.
Okay.
There's See Me Traveling. Welcome in, guys. Good to see you.
I'd love to come visit when you guys throw down in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you can't take the heat, get your ass out the kitchen. Yeah. We've got Leonard Family Fun with another question here. Does Paul do voice lessons? Because Tanisha would like to sign Bobby up. Ha! Yeah.
I do not do voice lessons. I have no idea. I don't know what the deal is about my voice. I was always told I had a face made for radio, but you know, it is what it is.
It's beautiful.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
You could be a co-anchor with me, Paul. I think you and I should go over to Tony Khan and tell him that you and I should be commentators for AEW Dynamite.
Well, I'll tell you what, if I did, I would be I probably wouldn't last long because I'd be the biggest Mark Homer on the planet for FTR. I'd come out wearing FTR gear from head to toe.
I really enjoy
it probably wouldn't let me last long.
The Jericho Appreciation Society. I'm a big fan. Huge Mark. I want it as phony as possible. That's what I enjoy. Okay. Troy S. says,
welcome to do so.
Does Dairy Farm Sounds turn Josh on? It's kind of funny you ask, because sometimes if he hears a goat, he goes running outside looking for it. I don't know what that's all about. Don't know. I don't know if he likes to eat goat or what the deal is there, Troy. But I don't know. I don't know if it's turning him on or if he's just looking for his next meal. Z, another question. I guess this one's for me. At the end of this interview, am I going to do a shot of Fireball? I have to tell you, Z, I probably would. However, I am out of Fireball. So if your Fireball hookup could send some down here to me, that would be fantastic. All out of Fireball. However, there's some Four Roses and some Blantons on the shelf that I could get into. But those are not for shooting. Those are for sipping. All right. Let's see. Next question. This one is for Paul. Are you with us, Paul?
I am here. I'm just having a little internet problem at the moment. That's why I turned my camera off.
That's fine, as long as we can hear that voice. So, when you're walking on those sandy beaches and on the decks of ships, how hard is that to do when you're wearing those snakeskin boots?
Not hard at all. It's actually very easy. They just kind of skip across the top of it. I'll be honest, I don't know. I've never done it. I don't know how to explain this. Cowboy boots are actually, man, which I wear work boots every day, you know, slip on, steel toe, I have to. But the cowboy boots are my dress shoes, if you will, for trying to get across in between dress, casual, whatever. But on the beach, I actually wear tennis shoes, and there is photographic proof of that out there.
I also like the photographic proof that we saw on Lovey's that time.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I forgot about that.
Remember?
Yes, sir, I do. Just, sitting back, enjoying the views of the Lido.
Let's see.
Enjoying a
what
nice
else
cold beer.
Ice cold beer and a little bit of bourbon. Jeffrey from the Jamestown Baseball Commissioner, welcome in, sir. He says he's so happy for both Paul and Meg, and you're very nice people. I have to concur with that.
Sir.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
Polar opposite of Captain Billy J. For sure. Let me make sure.
Oh, gosh.
Michigan Carol goes, wait, he has boots?
Now, Carol, he's taken. I don't know if you know that.
This is what I'm talking about. You better get your bat out.
Oh, gosh.
Okay. So, next question is for both you guys. When is your next adventure together?
Well, I'm going to call it next week, right?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I will be there with bells on.
Oh, boy. Jingle bells?
Hopefully.
So he's coming to visit for Christmas next week. So that'll be our next adventure.
Will you be doing the cooking, or will Paul be doing the cooking, or both?
We will both be doing the cooking.
Yes.
There may or may not be a video of that. So.
There's Call Me V in the house. Welcome in. Well, okay. Will there be drinking?
Maybe.
There will be some consumption, a little bit. Yeah.
Which one of Paul's recipes will be the go-to?
None.
He did a recipe for me that was Fresca, vodka, and peach liqueur. I'd like to have a couple more of those. That'd be nice.
So here's a really good question from Danny D, the super supporter. And the KKP is still moving and still working. And we're taking donations to help Kenny out because he's going to need more help. And that's okay. We want to make sure that Kenny's taken care of and that he can get up on his feet. But the question from Danny D is, how did it make you feel to help out during Kenny's fundraiser?
Kenny is family. So it came naturally to me to help Kenny. I've met him a couple of times. He just has always been one of our best friends. So I was proud to help out with it. So
I'm going to assume that Wee Mike is not being dirty here, but that's probably an incorrect assumption. He says, so they both will be doing the cooking. Is that in or out of the kitchen? Ha!
I have a studio apartment, so as you can see, my kitchen's right there. You don't have to worry about whether it's in or out of the kitchen.
Sorry about that. My internet dropped out.
It's all good. You're down in there and, well, where are you at, Paul? Actually, I should have asked that. Where are you at tonight?
Oh, I'm on my way home. I just stopped to do this. I'm doing local stuff, and I'm in Farmerville, Louisiana at the moment.
There you go. That's why you're having internet issues.
Exactly. I'm down here in your buddy's part of the world. Oh, never mind. That's Josh's buddy's part of the world. Never mind.
Oh, the adventures of Traveling Mike in the house. Welcome in, sir. So this is an outstanding question from House of X Entertainment. In 4 words, and we'll start with Meg, what 4 words best defines Paul?
Whoa. Hang on.
Caring. Oh, this is hard. Caring, creative, intuitive, I don't know if that's the right word. I think that's probably the wrong word, but we're going to go with it. And curious.
Paul, those were some sweet words. What words
Yes,
do you
sir.
have for Miss Meg? 4 words to describe her.
Oh, beautiful, intelligent, sweet, and caring. And y'all, I hate to leave good company, but I have to step out.
No problem, Paul. Thanks for coming on.
All right.
Welcome back anytime, sir. Hope everything's all right. All right. Antoinette is in here. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. Let's see. Call Me V would like to know who gets up first and who goes to bed the latest.
Well, that's easy. Paul gets up first, and I go to bed the latest. But I go to bed before Paul gets up, I promise.
Captain Billy J says he has some 4-letter words for Paul. I bet that Paul has some 4-letter words for you too, sir. SCT Adventures in the house, and they'd like to know, what's it like being serenaded by the world's okayest guitar player?
It's wonderful. It's quite wonderful.
All right. So, hey, this has been fantastic. I want to see and make sure. Okay, here we go. This is the last question, Meg. And you can answer this because I know that you rule the roost because you hold all the cards, just like any lady in any relationship does. You hold all the cards. You pull the strings. All right. So, are there any plans for a Meg and Paul combined YouTube channel? The people got to know.
I would not rule it out, but it would probably be something that just kind of came to be and not something that was planned. I think we just kind of create YouTube videos. I mean, for me, a lot of it was just to get some stuff out of my brain, a little creative outlet. And I think that's kind of the same for Paul. So if we ever needed more, then we could keep going and add a YouTube channel together.
Miss V has another question here. She says, Meg, if Paul was a Pokemon, what would he be called?
V. I'm going to go with Calchula. There's a reason behind that, but
All right. So, Meg, before we let you go here, is there anything you've got coming up with your channel or any channels that you support that you'd like to get out to the people?
Well, I will be on SCT Adventures right after this, so that Greg's not all alone on Friday night. And I'll be on Griswold Family Vacay tomorrow for their charity fundraiser.
Outstanding. And I'm going to go ahead and kick you out of here. I hate to do that because I'm sure the viewership will go down. But as Meg said, and thank you so much for being here. And we're definitely going to have to do this again. Thank you so much. Thank your beau, Paul, for being here. Thank you, Paul, for making us all feel inferior with our voices. And thank you, Meg, for just being awesome.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Have a good one, Meg.
Bye.
All right, guys. So next, we have Greg and Felicia, SCT Adventures. Go on over there. Check them out. Give them a good old hashtag Moonlight Mafia raid. And let them know how much you like them by hitting all the buttons. Hit that alert bell. Make sure you get everything from them. Also, as Meg said, tomorrow Griswold Family Vacay will be doing a Christmas show where they're raising money for children to try and give them a great Christmas. It's a fantastic thing. Go over there, help them out. There's the link to SCT Adventures. Go on over there, check them out, guys. A lot of great stuff coming up this weekend, not to mention the Moonlight Adventures, 8 o'clock this Sunday. It's their Christmas show. Go on over there and check them out. They're going to be doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And, they're probably going to be releasing here before too long another video on the Symphony of the Seas. So be on the lookout for that. But you've got 15 minutes. Go on, get your bio breaks in, fill up your drinks, get you some well water, and go watch SCT Adventures. Johnny Bourbon, out.